Scotland is a country that most
Whoa,
world
whoa,
maps
whoa.
make
Stop
look
getting ahead of yourself, buddy. I haven't done the introduction yet. My home. My home
Scotland is a
country.
country that most world maps make look like
My
a small,
people.
forgettable peninsula above England.
Hey,
But it
you
is
watch your
sitting on
mouth.
top of some of the most extraordinary, world record-breaking geography on this entire
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah,
through
that's
some of
right.
them. Starting off with fact 30. Take a look at North Uist, one of the Outer Hebrides Islands off Scotland's western coast. From the air, it looks strange. Wrong, almost.
What?
More than half of North Uist's surface area is water.
It's fine. It rains a lot.
50% locks,
It's fine.
pools, and flooded terrain. Local
It rains a
pilots
lot.
describe it not as an island surrounded by water, but as water occasionally interrupted by land. It looks less like solid ground and more like a drowned sponge from 30,000 feet up.
I mean, I kind of got to give it to
Scotland
him.
has over 31,000 freshwater locks.
Okay, I never
more
actually
than
knew that.
2% of the country's total area.
I'm not gonna lie, I never knew that.
Only counts the ones large enough to appear on a map. Add in the smaller pools, bog lions, and highland tarns, and the figure climbs.
We're just a very wet
Scotland
country.
alone holds
We're very
more than
wet.
90% of all
We're
freshwater
always wet.
surface area in the entire United Kingdom. Fact 28. Now come with me to the Cairngorms in the heart of Scotland.
Oh,
The UK's
my home.
largest continuous area of high ground. A tenth of the national park lies above 800 meters, and the central plateau sits between 1,000 and 1,200 meters.
What can I say? Scotland likes getting high.
Can exceed 161 kilometers per
That's a
hour.
light breeze,
The
lad.
hill can drop below zero even in
Ah,
summer.
that's a little bit
Across
nippy.
the plateau stand granite tors, huge rock towers carved by retreating Ice Age glaciers, rising
Well-
like something from another world. Fact 27.
It's a
There's
breezy
body
day.
of water in the Scottish Highlands called Loch Morar. You've probably never heard of it. It reaches
No, actually never.
310 meters deep,
Huh?
nearly 100 meters deeper than Loch Ness.
Ayo, why are we not talking about Morar enough?
Its bottom
Why are we not
lies
talking
below
about 'em?
sea level, despite being entirely inland. The water is black.
Why don't we
with
talk about
peat,
that? Nessie's
so
probably
dark
moved
that
there.
even sonar
Nessie's
and
moved there for a
cameras
holiday.
struggle to explore its depths. And yes, it has its own monster, the Morag. Reported
Oh,
for centuries
my
by local
bad.
fishermen and residents. And science is just as limited.
That is a man swimming. That is a man swimming. Tell me I'm wrong. That is a man swimming. And his friend said, "Ha, take a photo of me, mate. Up here look like a monster." That's a man swimming. That is a guy literally sitting there going, "Oh, mate, it's pure freezing in here, pal."
In front of it.
That's all that is.
Fact 26. You already know the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, right?
Mm.
Now, there are rocks on the Scottish Hebridean coast that are 3 billion years old.
Whoa.
When those rocks formed, there was no multicellular life on this planet. No
Holy shit.
oxygen in the atmosphere. The continents look
Alright,
nothing like
okay.
anything on any map you've ever seen. Fact 25. Do you see those
Wow.
long lines on the mountains of Glenroy? Perfectly horizontal lines run across the mountainside.
I have actually
For
wondered what they are.
centuries, They were mistaken for ancient roads. Even Charles Darwin misidentified them. They are actually the shorelines of a glacial lake that existed during the last ice age. An
Huh.
ice dam trapped the lake, which stabilized at 3
The
different levels
more you
as
know.
glaciers advanced and retreated, carving terraces
never knew
at
that.
each height. When the ice melted, the lake drained, leaving the shorelines visible today. Fact 24. Around 300 million years ago, Scotland was near the equator. It was hot and tropical. The hills
Okay.
of Ascent and the rocks of Skye still hold coral reef fossils inside them. Real reef structures from warm tropical seas that once covered what is now cold, windy highland land. Over millions of years, Scotland
No.
slowly moved north, carrying those old fossils with it. Most textbooks
wow.
never mention this. Fact 23. Most people have never heard of the Flow Country. It sits in the far north of Scotland. It is the biggest blanket bog on Earth, bigger than the whole county of Devon. It
Holy
formed over
crap.
10,000 years after the Ice
It's
Age.
amazing what you
Its
don't know
forests
about your
slowly
own
died
country.
in the cold and wet, leaving thick layers of peat. UNESCO calls it globally important, yet it barely appears on any tourist map. Fact 22. Speaking of weather that builds at ocean scale, Scotland's Atlantic coast gets huge waves borne thousands of kilometers away. The North Atlantic has nothing
wow.
blocking it, so storms near Newfoundland send waves traveling 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers.
And we just
before they hit
tank it.
Scotland. This makes the Hebrides one of Europe's best big wave surfing spots. Massive, perfect waves arriving in almost slow motion.
Oh,
Fact
hell yeah.
21. The River Tay may look like an ordinary wide river at Perth, but it carries more water than the Thames and Severn combined, England's two most
Well,
famous
there you go.
rivers, the one flowing through London and
One
the
of us
one
is better than
forming
both.
much of the Welsh border. Together have a lower average flow than this single Scottish river,
Well, there you
with
go.
an average discharge of 160 to 179 cubic meters per
Again,
second
we're a very
and a
wet
length
country.
of 119 miles. The Tay
we're
is
very
also
wet.
Scotland's longest river. Fact 20. The Caledonian pine forest once covered most of Scotland. Today, less than 1% is left. Over
My
centuries,
trees!
it was cleared for farming, iron smelting, shipbuilding, and even to remove hiding places for wolves and outlaws. What remains in Glen Affric, Rothiemurchus, and the
My
Blackwood of Rannoch
trees.
are not just forests. They are the last tiny pieces of a landscape that once defined the whole country. Fact 19.
Oh, wow.
In those surviving fragments of ancient forest, something small
Red
and
squirrels!
red
I
is
love red
hanging
squirrels.
on.
I love
Scotland
red squirrels.
is home to 75% of Britain's red squirrels. In England and Wales, red squirrels were nearly wiped out by the gray squirrel, brought
How
over
dare
from
you.
North America in 1876. Gray squirrels carry a virus that kills red squirrels. Scotland's remote Highland forest
They're so
gave
cute,
red
man.
squirrels
They're
a
so
safe
cute.
place to survive.
They're
One
so
that
cute.
does not exist anywhere else in
Look at
Britain.
them. I just want to
Fact
hold them.
18. Hidden
I want to
within
hold them.
Scotland's remaining pine forests is the Scottish wildcat, often
Yeah.
called the Highland tiger or Felis sylvestris.
I've heard about
Fewer
them,
than
yeah. They're cute.
300 pure wildcats are thought to remain in the wild.
He's so chunky.
Few that there are more wild tigers worldwide than pure Scottish wildcats. Fiercely solitary
there you
and
go.
impossible
Look at 'em.
to domesticate, they have been pushed to the brink by habitat loss and generations of interbreeding with feral domestic cats, making pure bloodlines increasingly rare. Britain's rarest native mammal, the Scottish wildcat, is
Keep it in the
barely
family, I guess.
hanging on. Fact 17. Now, this one is genuinely hard to sit with. The killer whales that visit Scotland's north coast, known as the West Coast Community, is effectively a population heading for local extinction. Toxic pollution caused a total breeding failure, meaning no calves have been born for over 30 years. The pod lost its reproductive future when the last female, Lulu, died in 2016.
Not Lulu.
Today, only two aging infertile males survive, John Coe and Aquarius. Fact 16.
Wow.
On the island of Jura, wild, nearly uninhabited, and reached by a single
Your
track
mama.
road, there are 6,000 red deer and just 196
Oh,
people.
we like the color
Most
red,
of
I
Jura's
guess.
Deer roam the slopes of the Paps of Jura, three huge, steep quartzite mountains that dominate the island's skyline. Fact 15. The island of Lismore's name means Great Garden in Gaelic. Its unusual limestone geology
Oh, yeah.
makes the land
Boys,
extremely
it's such a
fertile.
pretty
While
country.
nearby
It's
islands
such
like
a pretty
Mull and
country.
Jura are dark, rugged, and covered in heather, Lismore stands out
I gotta
as a
give it to
bright
my home
green island
while
filled
being
with
biased.
rich
It's so
grass
pretty.
and wildflowers. Fact 14. The UK's
Oh, yeah.
gray seal population represents over 40% of the entire world
I can actually see seals. That at like the town I'm staying in, I can see
population of gray
seals at
seals.
like the
Scotland
beach. It's
hosts
great.
roughly 90% of those UK seals.
Oh,
meaning
easy.
Scotland, this single northern country, is home to more than
Give me
a
'em
third of
all.
every
Yeah, they're so
gray
cute,
seal
man.
alive on this
That's so
planet.
cute.
Fact 13. Now, here's where things
Or,
become
or, or,
quietly
or.
terrifying. In the Highland Rivers, Scotland holds roughly half of the world's remaining freshwater pearl mussels. These creatures are extraordinarily sensitive. They require clean gravel beds, undisturbed riverbanks, and water free from agricultural runoff.
Well, there you go. My
Across
dog is
most of the world,
snoring.
those conditions have disappeared. Scotland is one of their last true hopes, but the margin for
And it's a good one.
survival is thin. Fact 12. Now, from
We'll
the
protect
deeply
them.
serious to the deeply Scottish, the island of Islay, just about 620 square kilometers.
Oh, I know where this
boasts
is going.
11 working whiskey
Yeah!
the highest density of malt whiskey production per
Wow!
square mile on Earth.
Let's
The
get
island
it.
carries a constant mix of peat smoke, Atlantic
Oh,
salt,
yeah.
and
Oh,
aged
yeah.
spirit.
Give me
Whiskey
more.
is its second largest employer. after
Give me
farming.
more.
11 distilleries, each producing something distinct, all drawing from the same ancient peat and island water.
Give me
If
that
you have not
whiskey.
been, consider going. Fact 11.
Great bar crawl.
44 miles northeast of the Isle of Lewis, deep in the North Atlantic, lies North Rona, one of the most remote islands in the British Isles. Once permanently inhabited until 1844, it is believed to have supported a tiny community of around 30 people, whose Gaelic dialect
Oh, wow.
existed nowhere else. That settlement effectively vanished around 1685
Oh, wow.
after a shipwreck accidentally introduced black rats, which devastated their barley meal stores and food supply. Fact 10.
Oh, no.
Now, this
Huh.
one was broadcast live on BBC television to 15 million people. On the island of Hoy in Orkney, rising from red sandstone cliffs, stands the Old Man of Hoy, a 137-meter sea stack with a summit barely 9 meters wide. Its first ascent in 1966 was a landmark in British climbing history, watched live by
That's
millions on
huge.
television. The stack is still standing, but it is slowly eroding. Every winter storm takes a little more. Eventually, it will fall into the sea. Fact 9.
Wow.
Now imagine a community with their
The old
own
man's gonna fall
island
down.
to live. That's a dream life, isn't it? The community buyout of the Isle of Gia on March 15, 2002, and it is celebrated as one of the most successful and groundbreaking land reform milestones in Scottish history. The island's 98 residents formed the Isle of Gia Heritage Trust to purchase the island for £4 million, officially settled at £4.15 million. Fact 8.
Wow.
Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the British Isles at 1,345
Oh, everyone knows
meters,
Ben Nevis.
is known for creating its own rapid weather shifts. Conditions can change
Yeah.
from clear skies and warmth to zero visibility,
He's very
freezing
bipolar.
temperatures, and ice within 30 minutes as
Mhm.
the Atlantic cloud rolls in, then clear again just as quickly, repeating multiple times a day. Even experienced mountaineers have died here in summer, caught out by its sudden and violent weather changes.
You gotta be
Fact
careful,
7.
man.
And here's where geography stops making sense entirely. Shetland, Scotland's northernmost islands, sits on a geological boundary unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. The eastern and western parts of the islands were formed on different ancient continents. West of a major fault are rocks linked to Laurentia, ancient North America. East
wow.
of the fault are rocks linked to Baltica, ancient Scandinavia. Shetland literally
Yeah, that's a
lies
weird
on the
combination.
zone where these two continents collided around 400 million years ago. Fact 6. Cape Wrath is the most northwesterly point of mainland Britain, and its extreme, isolated geography makes it one of the most challenging places to reach in the UK. It is completely cut off from the rest of the UK's road network by the Kyle of Durness, a deep-sea inlet. Fact 5. Back to the Cairngorms. The Scottish Highlands contain the only wild mountain reindeer in Britain, grazing freely above 800 meters in the Cairngorms. The herd currently comprises approximately 150 reindeer. Reindeer are actually a native Scottish species that was hunted to extinction around 800 years ago, before being successfully reintroduced in 1952. Fact 4. There is a fog in Scotland called the Har. It comes from the North Sea. Cold, dense, and incredibly thick. When
The
warm
Har.
air moves across the cold surface of the North Sea, the moisture turns into fog so dense it can swallow entire cities. Edinburgh disappears into it. Aberdeen vanishes. Temperatures can
We
fall
get
by
bad
10
fog.
degrees Celsius in just minutes. A bright summer afternoon suddenly becomes gray, cold, and damp. It arrives without warning
Yeah, man,
and
it
leaves
does.
just as suddenly. Like
The fog,
bat.
genuinely, I've seen fog coming out of complete nowhere, and it just makes
Fact
everything
3,
freezing.
And this one, for anyone who has ever watched a historical drama and wished they could step
Pet the dog.
inside the screen. The village of Coolross in Fife is widely considered the most complete and unaltered survival
My
of
other
a
dog is
16th
barking.
and 17th century Scottish town anywhere in the country. Whitewashed Harald houses, stepped gables, original cobblestone streets. A town so perfectly preserved that when the production team for Outlander came looking for a ready-made historical location, they found it here. They required almost no modification.
Well, there you
Fact
go.
2. Edinburgh's Old Town was built on top of a single volcanic ridge, the
I
solid
never knew
core
this.
of an ancient volcano that did not wear away.
I didn't even
while
know we
the
had a
land
volcano.
around it slowly eroded. The castle stands at the highest point of this ridge.
Edinburgh
The
Castle,
city
man.
developed along the long spine of the rock, shaped one of the best
Oh,
preserved
whoops.
form. Its street layout is still mostly medieval today, making it one of the best preserved historic city plans in the world. And finally, Fact 1, 1788, Sicker Point. Geologist James Hutton arrived with two colleagues and saw something no one had properly understood before. Two rock formations meeting at a sharp angle, one vertical, one horizontal, separated by an immense, almost incomprehensible gap in time. He couldn't calculate it, but he understood what it implied: hundreds of millions of years. We find no vestige of a beginning, he wrote, no prospect of an end. This discovery broke the biblical idea of the Earth's age and led to the birth of modern geology. These are just
Well, there you go.
facts about a country which has been quietly sitting on a 3 billion
Why not
year
quiet?
old rock. Rivers holding species found nowhere else on
My
Earth.
people.
Mountains that make their own storms. This place is ancient and wild and full of secrets that textbooks never told you.
Oh
We
yeah.
are not done yet. We have a lot more to cover next. If any one of these facts genuinely stopped you, drop it in the comments. I read
Yeah, man.
every single one.
And
If
yet
you're
we
new
spend
here,
most
this
of
is
our
exactly
time
what we
getting
do.
drunk.
Geography, but make it matter. See you in the
Yeah,
next
boys.
one. God
Check out
bless
the
you all.
videos. Shout out to them, man. Hell yeah. Great video, great video. I learned a lot even about my own country. But telling you what, most of us just get drunk and ignore every single thing. Ah, 'tis the life of a Scotsman. Now, boys, I'm gonna nip to toilet before we end up getting into a game. I think we're gonna start with some Overwatch. Thank you all for watching on YouTube. See you next time.